What's up, y'all? This is Alec Dixon with SC Labs, and welcome to the Scoop. I'm one of the co-founders of SC Labs, and my role is in client relations, everything from business development, technical services, sales, marketing. At SC Labs, we've been testing cannabis since 2010. To me, testing in so many ways has helped provide a language of meaning to understand and interpret this plant and the wonders of what it offers on a phytochemical level. Yeah, overall, just helping empower better data-driven decision-making with quality data and quality lab partner. So earlier this year, 2024, there's some investigative journalists from the LA Times that reached out to us at SC Labs to participate in this expose they were working on about the broken system and how California regulators failing to ensure integrity in the testing system and testing laboratories has led to the compromise in public health and safety at a consumer level, at the retail level. There was, an additional 8+ pesticides that weren't on the list that were found in a pretty alarmingly high level. They're being described as the LA times 9. And one of these pesticides in particular is the biggest bombshell I think, really that has ever kind of came into this industry. There's this chemical called Pymetrozine, and pymetrozine is the active ingredient in trade names, products called Endeavor, as well as Fulfill. A lot of nurseries in the state have been applying this pesticide because it's really good to treat against aphids. It's not on the list. So certain people see it's not on the list, so they justify that it's okay to use. But this chemical pymetrozine is not good. But because it's there in such high concentrations, it's essentially a forever chemical in the life cycle of cannabis. It's a very unfortunate and kind of alarming situation because the rates of detection are, pretty incredibly high. And what was really exposed was this dichotomy that, you could have a cartridge on a dispensary shelf that's, cleaner than food and water in most areas of the country, showing the system is working side by side next to a product that could be, hyper contaminated with 10 to 20 pesticides at, 100 to 1,000 time fail limits. In a very major way, it's compromised consumer trust. There's been the emergence of this concept that's being described as Category 4 or Cat 4 testing, which is kind of beyond California compliance tested clean. There's been this big dispensary-led initiative from some thought leaders in the space, including Catalyst, Embark, Mercy Wellness, CBCB, and others, this growing dispensary coalition that are looking to police their shelves a bit, demand accountability for who they're giving shelf space to. These retailers are kind of going beyond California compliant testing and we're seeing the implementation of this new standard that's being described as Cat 4. So as a brand, there's so much benefit to being able to be this extra transparent, in the quality of their products. In an agricultural state, in a state where there's active spraying for chemicals that are not on the list, it's cannabis is not, these clean quality chronic ingredients, they're not an abundant commodity, they're a scarce resource. So what we're seeing with kind of a lot of these big brands that are trying to adopt this new level of quality standard to be transparent and accountable to the consumers, to their patients that they're serving, to the retail public. And so there's this entire reshifting and valuation of material in the state right now that's really helping to bolster I think the survivability and the resilience that a lot of these small craft farmers and legacy producers have as a testing agent and authority in what we do, that prides ourselves in being leaders in what we do. I think we perform a critical role helping to safeguard the integrity of this plant. I think cannabis is really helping to bring this topic up internally to each of us individually as well as collectively as part of a larger agricultural system. Kind of now where cannabis is planted, it's almost like a transparency beacon into agriculture. So as we get more into these talks, I'm really excited for conversations to be had with farmers and manufacturers, retailers, consumers, really helping to highlight some of the beauty that this plant offers, kind of understanding really what defines quality. So I'm very excited to share more of this information, to interview some really amazing people. And yeah, each one teach one. I think that's how this all expands and how we individually expand with our kind of awareness and our choices that we make.